thinking entrepreneurial minds will be chosen to participate in a program for Global Young Innovators. The aim is to ignite ideas and co-design solutions that can help solve challenges facing the international global community. Applications are open between the 9th of December and January 2021. To get more details regarding this program, we're now joined via Zoom by Eksteen, who is the founder and CEO at InnoCircle in Cape Town. A very good afternoon to you, Karen. Thank you very much for joining us here on SABC News.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me.
Let's start by going through the program, Global Young Innovators. I see that the mandate is really to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing our generation. I want to really talk about how this program came about and really specifically what those challenges are.
This is a very exciting opportunity for young South Africans because they get the opportunity to solve local problems with their local solutions and turn that into a global solution. So InnoCircle and Eksteen and Newable and also the Advanced International has teamed up, and we came up with a program where we give the guys an opportunity to do ideation, come up with all the solutions, team up with a South African and also a UK company, and then to form that global company and take that local solution through to a global stage.
You know, you talk about sorting out local problems and local solutions. I'm looking at the 5 global challenges here: low carbon, education, infrastructure, urban and rural communities, quality healthcare. I want to specifically focus on the issue of rural communities, and that speaks. And I want to speak specifically about accessibility to the program. There will be many young people from rural areas who might not necessarily be able to access, the internet and be able to be part of this program, but have a lot of input that they could give with regards to solutions regarding their own rural areas and what can be done to better their rural areas. Talking about that accessibility, what have you done in terms of making sure that this program isn't just accessible to those in urban areas perhaps and those who would easily be able to access internet, but perhaps those who have ideas but are not necessarily in those areas?
COVID has actually given us a lot of solutions to these type of problems. We have teamed up with the universities and the technology transfer offices of the universities to take this challenge out to the rural communities. So what it in essence means that the students who are studying at the universities, but during COVID time, they had to stay home, most of them in the rural areas. They all had access to internet and to all the online services through the universities to complete their studies. And having teamed up with the universities, we have access to those students, and also those students have access to their communities. So with that, we hope that a wider and a broader community will have access to this, and that we get those ideas. Because the South Africans, and especially the young people, they are facing so many challenges and they come up with the most amazing solutions, and that's what we want to access and also to help them to build that, and that's why we're making some funding available for that as well.
I'm glad you've looked into that. Just regarding candidates once more that want to apply for this program, what is the criteria for one to qualify to be part of this, I call it the chosen 30 individuals from South Africa?
First of all, a good idea. They must have identified the problem in their community, that they have an idea to solve, and then they must be between 18 and 30. Unfortunately, the younger 50-year-olds won't qualify, so you must be maximum 30, and then you must just register and apply to be part of the program.
I'm looking at number 5 of the global challenges, and that's, of course, regarding quality healthcare. And I'm wondering if this would then be, some kind of an opportunity to look into what we've all been dealing with, particularly in 2020, which is, of course, COVID-19. Is that one of the things that you're kind of also zooming into and perhaps looking into? Of course, we know that, all in the medical fraternity are kind of trying to find solutions or trying to find ways to get about what we've been dealing with this year. But I just wonder if this is something that you'll certainly be looking into.
Yes, definitely. But we must remember that COVID-19 also highlighted different and other aspects of our healthcare, which were just not as upfront previously as it came out during this lockdown period. So the world stage is at the moment looking at COVID, but we need to also look at the other problems, health problems that South Africans are facing.
Yeah. Karen, I did a very quick Google search and it was very easy for me to find that form. I'm unfortunately too old for it, but I do see it was quite easy for me to find that form. But for everybody else who might not necessarily find it as easy as I did to access information regarding how to apply, please just quickly take us through that.
So they can either contact the technology transfer officers at the universities if they are students. Unfortunately, the link to the application is quite long, so I'll rather just give them my email address, which might be the easiest. So it's Karen, Karen, at InnoCircle.xyz. So they can just email me and then I'll respond with all the necessary links.
All right, Karen, a great pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much for being with us this afternoon on SABC News. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good day.
All right. That is Karen Eksteen, the founder and CEO of InnoCircle, speaking to us about the Global Young Innovators program for 2021.